Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. And then later on in this video, I'm going to move on to the higher time frames. Either way, for now, if we take a look at this ascending triangle pattern, this obviously broke out to the upside, perfectly hit our price target here, and then actually reversed to the downside. In yesterday's video, I was actually talking about, well, potentially this still has some room to the upside because we had not invalidated that ascending triangle just yet. However, now this ascending triangle has actually been invalidated, and therefore, this ascending triangle pattern is simply no longer active. Although something that is still active is this ascending trend line here for Bitcoin, and this is actually some very important support for Bitcoin, because in the case that we break down below this, then likely we are coming down further to the downside to potentially come grab some liquidity down here. Now, you may notice this box that I have drawn out right here. This, as far as I'm concerned, is basically the range for Bitcoin right now. And if we want to get another serious move to the upside, we would basically just have to break the all-time high. But I think more likely we're just going to be chopping in this range for a little bit. We are also seeing a bit of a trend starting to develop here in the form of this descending trend line. So if you really want to see another breakout to the upside, you would at the very least have to see some kind of break of that trend line there. But until then, I would say be careful trying to long another move to the upside, because that bullish confirmation is simply not there yet. Now, many people are probably wondering, is 93K going to be the actual cycle top for Bitcoin? And to that, I would say that basically for now, it is too early to really tell if this is actually the cycle top. And I think it would be very alarmist of me to already be talking about the bear market starting and all of that. I think it is way too early to be talking about that. And of course, I am going to be trying to take short positions in the bear market and try to profit from that. But at the same time, there will be plenty of time to actually be shorting to the downside here. And therefore, if you aren't already in a short position, then it is just a little bit late. Either you shorted here at the top, or you have kind of missed that boat and you need to wait for some kind of clarity there. But, that is, of course, not financial advice. I'm simply telling you what I am seeing in the charts, and you can do with that info what you like. Now, in the case that we actually do break down below 85K here, then it is actually starting to look a little bit more bearish. For example, I am expecting there to be some kind of support here at around 76K for the Bitcoin price. But at the same time, we got such a fast move to the upside here that I'm not sure if there is actually going to be a lot of support in this range here between 85 and about 75K. Now, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, you can see that right here, we actually have a decent sized pocket of liquidity to the downside, about $200 million, sitting at about 86K for the Bitcoin price. So in the case that we break below that ascending trend line that I talked about, very likely we are coming down to grab at least this liquidity here. But breaking down below this 85K level would then point towards potentially going to this level right here at 81.3K. And in fact, most of the liquidity is actually sitting at about 75.4K. But like I said earlier in this video, I think it is very early to be talking about 70K right now, while we are still just in this range. But I'm already saying this ahead of time. If we were to break down below 85K, you will start to see me get a bit of a different posture here, where I might flip more bearish from that point on until we get some kind of clear reversal signal. If we actually take a look at the 1 day time frame though, this isn't even looking too bad as I'm recording this. So if we take a look at this 1.618 Fibonacci level, this is sitting at about 89.1K for the Bitcoin price. And currently we are just steadily holding above that, even though we did get a decent size wick below that Fibonacci level. But just like I said in yesterday's video, so long as we hold above this 1.618 Fibonacci level, we actually have a pretty clear point of invalidation, which is if we start getting daily candle closes below this level, then we completely open the door to more bearish price action. But until then, basically just chopping around here for a little bit and then blasting off to the upside once again is still completely on the table. So that is why I'm saying be careful if you're trying to short right now, because we have just seen this insane bullish momentum to the upside. And now finally, Bitcoin is taking a bit of a breather here, but there's no telling when this thing kind of turns around and starts shooting back up to the upside, right? So therefore, I think this 1.618 Fibonacci level is actually a critical level to hold and actually pay attention to. Now, lastly, taking a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. Yesterday, we saw another $500 million net inflow into the Bitcoin ETFs. So obviously, as long as these Bitcoin ETFs keep buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin every single weekday, then obviously this is going to have an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. Lastly, before I leave off here, guys, make sure to join the Road to 1 Million community on Discord. You can join this completely for free with the link in the video description. And I think that this is one of the most active crypto trading communities in the whole crypto space right now. So if you are a crypto trader, then definitely come check this out. You can join it completely for free. Either way, this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.